It's time for the April Real Estate State of the Market address, and this month, Beaumiles has not given me a heads up on what is going on with our market. I live here in Madison and love all things real estate, and I'm so excited to hear about what is going on in Madison, Alabama in April 2023. My co-host for this series is Beaumiles. He's the owner and broker of Essential Real Estate. He is a real estate whiz with all the real info to speak to you in layman's terms. Take it away.
All right.
Tell us about the Madison market.
Let's go. Glasses on. Stats.
Let's go.
Let's go. Remember, 30 days and just in Madison City. Okay, so we're still not going to those external areas because we're all things Madison. That's what we do. So, first of all, last month, we're going to do a quick review. We had 321 houses that were active, right? This month, 326, basically the same. You might as well count it the same. Here's where we're going to start getting into some different stuff. Well, just so you know, in 2019, 198 were active during this period of time. In 2019, 182 of them went contingent pending or sold, versus last month we had 318 that went contingent pending and sold. And clearly we must have gone down because all this bad news has coming out. Yeah, well, we sold 340 houses last month. So we went up by about 20. And then it's going to get even weirder because remember last month our days on the market climbed up a little bit. In 2019 they were 45. Last month we were 41. They went to 33 last month.
Good grief.
Yeah. So and then again, you remember our price had gone down a little bit too, $6,000. And we said, hey, that's really not a big deal. And it really isn't. In 2019, we were selling houses that averaged right around $270,000. Last month was right around $411,000. And this month is $415,000. So what you're seeing here is that those dips that we were seeing last month, they're just dips. They're not crashes. Everybody's okay. Again, the Mark Twain quote of reports of my death are greatly over-exaggerated. The market is alive and well in Madison.
Hold on.
So yeah, it's good.
Did you just say that the average home price in Madison City is $450 or for sale is $415,000?
That in the last 30 days that sold, yes.
I know this sounds ignorant of me, but that means there's just as many homes well into the sixes as there are at 200.
Yeah. We got to remember, so we've been in this massive period of inflation, right? So we have this stuff, and I will geek out and I will nerd out into this world if you want me to. But it is, we had a bunch of quantitative easement put on 2 or 3 years ago. We had a bunch of, they were just sending checks to people because we had kids. The federal government was, and that's just part of inflation. We had a $2.2 trillion COVID bill. And so basically that's what's increasing this inflation, which is very, very much so the reason why a lot of these houses have gone up. I remember when you were building your house, Erica, we were talking to the builder and he said that piece of plywood has quadrupled since we started this project.
I remember too.
And he said, I used to buy that for $6 and I buy it for $24 right now for one piece. And he was like, this whole house has done that. And so that's where you see a lot of that crazy prices is because they started paying more for building, and we've had so much new build right now. Look around. Every cotton field is getting gone pretty quickly. So it's that's why those prices are doing that. Which, just as a side note, I know we don't talk a lot in investing on this, but in my opinion, the safest place to put your money during a time of inflation is fixed debt. Because if you owe $100,000 on
a house, you explain what that is? I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
I'll make it quick because I know this is not the point of it.
Fixed debt, yeah. No, this is good.
While the price of a house gets more and more expensive, your debt doesn't change except it goes down. And so what you're building is massive amounts of equity. So when you get ready to sell, you've taken this house and you've basically treated it like an interest account. Where if you bought a house for $150,000, I'll give you a good example. I bought a house here for $150,000 in 2010. Today, that house, if I wanted to, would go on the market for $310,000. Sorry, I bought it for yeah, I said it right. $310,000.
Cheers to that.
Well, yeah, cheers. Well, we don't owe that on it. So now there's a huge amount of equity in there so that you can,
Yeah.
so if you're an investor and kind of curious and kind of a little nervous on the stock market, call an agent and start finding some real estate property, because I don't see it, even if it dips, it will dip for a short period of time and we will come out of it very, very strong.
Yeah, that is so interesting. I have several friends that are real estate agents, and they are all very busy right now.
Oh,
They are representing people left and right. Tell me about Essential and just what you can speak to your agents. Are they all busy?
Yeah, I still sell. And so, I mean, I'm probably busier now than I've been in a very long time.
Wow.
And then, I mean, my agents, we have 30 of them, and almost every one of them is covered up, just constantly. I think this week alone, I've written commission checks for probably, oh gosh, it would amount to about $2 to $3 million in sales. And
That's
so,
fabulous.
and so that's just since Monday, and it's Thursday right
Wow.
now. And
Yeah.
so, I would say, yeah, it's strong. We have people looking. People are getting used to these rates. We're seeing a lot of sellers do buy down rates, and they're offering different concessions. Basically, sellers are now coming to the table willing to work with the buyer, and a buyer is going, well, that rate's probably not going to change for a while. And so they're dating the rate and they're marrying the home. And so we're starting to see that actually kind of take fruition here.
Crazy. Okay, question for you that you weren't ready for,
I like it.
but I know you'll have an answer to. Wanting to give people some things. We talk a lot about tips for current buyers and sellers, and people that are interested in real estate. What about someone like my husband, Jamie, and I?
Yeah.
We hear that investing in real estate's a great idea, but I mean, surely in this market, we can't afford anything. Oh, everything's too saturated with investors. They're inflating rent. But also you hear that it's financially smart to buy an investment property, but you've never done it before. What do you say to our audience? They live here in Madison, would like to get in real estate, but they just are like us and have no clue where to start.
I would tell you to educate yourself. Number one.
Okay.
That's how I started. That's how even before I became an agent, I was reading tons of books. There's a website, biggerpockets.com, that has tons of information.
Biggerpockets.com.
And has tons of information. It's purely real estate investing, lots of forums, everything like that. But honestly, let's go eat lunch. I will sit down with anybody and talk about this, because for me, that's my passion. That's my retirement plan.
Okay.
That's my everything. And I love it. And so it's a lot of complicated stuff, but I mean, you sit down and you're able to go, okay, let's run this number and run this number, and we're able to move this money and do this. So yes, deals are harder to find because everything is inflating, but rent is inflating. And it's hard.
Right.
Yeah, it is. I'll put it this way. We put our first ever house for over $3,000. We signed it yesterday to a lease.
Wow.
And it wasn't even on the market. It was an off-market deal. We just, it worked right. And he was like, go. And so all that to say that rents, when I first started in Madison 5 years ago doing property management, nothing exceeded 2,000. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
And now we're crossing that 3,000 border. And so, again, if you're a buyer, I would tell you, get into the buying market, because your rent is going to go up. I know you don't like the rate, but the rate is going to be cheaper than your new rent.
Sure.
And
ooh, that we're gonna put that in big bold in our show notes. Like, that's important.
Yes, but if you're a renter, that's another day and another time. There's ways to make it advantageous for yourself. I had a tenant the other day was like, I've got this and this and this and this problem in the house. We got them all fixed. She said, I'm really reconsidering being a homeowner, because we fixed an air conditioning, we fixed septic lines, we fixed toilets running, we fixed fans not working, we fixed all these different things. And so because of that, there are some pros and cons. But if you're looking to invest, the first step is educate yourself. And then number two is do something. Everybody else will stay on this one, and they get analysis paralysis, and they never make that jump. So
dang.
It's time you go. And
I feel like you're speaking straight to me. Okay, you know what? But I love what you said about maybe meeting you for lunch, only because, hey, what I love about All Things Madison is our resources are actually right here.
Yep.
You live here in Madison, and truly anyone watching this could meet you. And as your friend, I know that you would be willing to meet for coffee or beer or lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, or wine, like whatever. And so I like that advice because I know that you could give advice that is applicable to April of 2023. That maybe sometimes in books you're like, but that maybe isn't applicable to right now. So I love that. Beau, anything else you want to share with our viewers just about the market right now in Madison?
Hold on. I see this being a very interesting summer. If things go where I see them going, I see us in a place of substantial growth, and inflation will take a lot of this to a different level. And so if you're interested in it and you're buying, get in now. If not, hold on. It's going to be a bumpy little road here. A good bump, but it's like a roller coaster. We're going to be going on some weird turns. So it's a really good time.
Cool. It's so cool to do this series with you every month because we have just navigated all of it. It's an ever-changing market, and this information is so good. Thank you so much every month for getting on here, educating our viewers. Looking forward to talking in May.
Absolutely.
See you, Beau.
See ya.
Bye.